Hey y'all, it's Zyah, and welcome to the Who's Listening Anyway Roundtable.
I know I won't remember exactly what I said, but I stand by it.
I have the honor of having some of my closest friends here to discuss some of the songs off of the EP. Now introducing Jane. We got Aaliyah, Amber, AJ, and Kayla, y'all. So first of all, thank you guys for coming and being a part of this, because
Thank you.
honestly, it's really dope to like discuss the songs with everybody. Y'all have seen the process and seen things come to fruition, so I'm more than happy and honored to be talking with y'all about this. So the first question, and I guess I'll answer first, but what's one thing that you really wanted in the past that you spoke into existence? Ooh. I feel like I'm blessed enough to say that I got a lot of shit that I've spoken to existence for real.
Right.
But if I could think of one thing, I'm gonna be a little sentimental little thing real quick. I definitely always wanted like a group of good girlfriends. I will say that. I will really say that. Really, because you know in high school, you got the girl groups and they all look cute. I did not have that in high school. Like, I was a theater geek a little bit, you know. Like, I didn't have the group of girls and they all looked cute and they went to all the parties together and stuff and whatever. I didn't have that. Yeah. So, I think like even going into adulthood, I felt a little awkward about like what my friend group would look like, and like, you know, we all go through ups and downs with friends and seasons and people come and go, but I feel like finally I actually do have a good group of girlfriends that I'm like, okay, I know if I call any one of y'all can be like, hey girl, like y'all gonna really actually care about what's going on. Like how are you doing? Yeah. You know, so that I can say that's one thing that I spoke into existence, that I really wanted that and I got it. What about you, AJ? What is one thing that you spoke into existence that you're proud of?
Okay, one thing that I did that I wanted really, really, really bad for a long time was stability. Mm-hmm. And I say that because I bounced around a lot after college, after I graduated nursing school. I moved back to LA. I got into the music scene because I had been gone for so long and just trying to like figure it out. So I pretty much was like, you know, at some point we're gonna be at a place where we're able to do whatever we want and still be comfortable financially and be stable. And then, you know, I got a place. And then I work in TV and film. I make 6 figures a year.
Okay. She's paid.
Come on. So these are all things that I envisioned first, and then to see them actually happen in real life, and some of the shit I forgot about, and it wasn't until it happened I'm like, damn bitch, you didn't just say this. Like, you know, like didn't we talked about this together? Like this is something that we wanted and it's here.
That's so beautiful.
So,
period. Paid, honey. That's a lot. And that's a lot when you come from not seeing where you are now and then being where you are now. Like when you don't have many examples of that, it's hard to even speak those things into existence.
Absolutely.
And so it can make sense how life can be such a whirlwind that you're like, oh shit, I did want this. Like, oh wow, I'm here now. Like,
or even like the basic thing, like wanting a savings.
Yes.
Like not being able to have a savings forever because it's literally this. Yeah. Every time you get paid, it's like fuck. Like I can't even set it down for a second. Just somebody for a second,
took it.
And then it got to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm not even checking my bank account at some points. Like I'm just moving. Like I don't even need to see what's my balance.
Moving.
Okay,
moving.
That's real.
That's actually
real.
There's a freedom in that.
It is. Like there's no anxiety attached to that, because I remember like wanting to do stuff and doing it because I wanted to, but then like damn, like let me check my account and see what I can do now. Like what can I do after this point? And then it got to a point where I don't need to do that. It's like I know the money coming. We just won't do it.
And you have to unlearn a lot to do that though, because you will still even have money and be like, oh no, I can't. And it's like, no, you probably can. You just are putting certain limits on yourself because you're a little nervous. You might have to go back to that. Yeah, you're used to that. So I mean, it's a lot getting, out of being financially unstable to financial stability. I always say that all of my friends are pioneers. Like, we're pioneering something for the next generation, whether we decide to have children or not. Our influence, when you speaking at that school, all of these things are pioneering the next generation to understand what it looks like to enjoy your life. Because our elders, they had to live out of necessity, and we're able to actually live in luxury, which leads me to my next question. Oh, she does this. Which leads me to lead into the next question, but I did. Okay. But I did. So the next question: what do you imagine when you think of luxury? Now I want to take a minute to think about this. Yeah. Because I think when we think luxury, we think material, and like what we just spoke about, being able to buy what you need, it is a luxury. Yeah. It is. When you imagine luxury, what is luxury for you?
Luxury for me is like the ability to not have to think about certain things. Like, I don't like driving. So luxury for me is having Uber set aside like a budget so that I can Uber everywhere.
That's a luxury. Come on, Uber everywhere.
That's something that I'm working on. A small like gift of luxury that I give to myself is my champagne. I love my Blue Pico. Okay, I love my flutes.
Right, child. She love her flutes.
I love my red wine. I love my Trader Joe's and Whole Foods shopping, like little moments.
Love that coffee. Okay. That coffee.
Coffee is a luxury. Coffee shop. Starbucks, white mocha, hold the phone, no whipping, an extra shot of espresso. We love it. We need it. So those are like little luxuries for me. Big luxury, I want to be bi-coastal. I want to have an apartment in New York. I want to see snow for about 2 seconds.
Traveling.
I want to travel. I want to see the world. So yeah, those are luxuries, and I'm really grateful to God that I'm starting to see those manifest in my life now.
I think luxury is simple, like silence. I think there's value in that. Yeah. And a lot of people don't even have that within themselves. There's a lot of like inner chatter, you know what I mean? Which manifests in, their regular day-to-day life. And they don't have time, or they don't make time, I don't know, to give themselves that. Yeah. To gift themselves, which they actually deserve. People deserve to have an inner dialogue that's peaceful and quiet, you know what I mean? Right. So yeah, that's what I think.
That's very true. That is that's but you know what? That is such a luxury, because I think when you think about modern day society of us being in this, capitalist society, and you're told to work, like you're told that you need to work. Everything is work. Yeah. Everybody should have accessibility to you at all times, and you're required to put other people before yourself and and so to make time for yourself is something that almost has to be like relearned. For sure. To even be like, oh, I can do that. And once again, when I, just because we are a newer generation, when I think back of how I was raised and the people before me, that's not at all something. They were like, well, that's just what it is. And you're like, no, being able to say, no, I want to be here by myself. Yeah. I don't want to do that. I'd rather be here and be quiet. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, next question. If you could go back to your younger self. Ooh. Y'all felt that.
Well, I felt dread too. I was like, yeah.
9 words.
If you go back.
That's my song.
That's how y'all acting like I read the question.
That's me. That's exactly where I'm at right now.
To your younger self and give yourself advice. That's how y'all act like I said it. If you could go back to your younger self and give yourself advice, what age, now this is more particular actually, what age would you visit and what advice would you give?
Don't look at me, Elliot.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I feel like there's like multiple ages that I'd be like, dang, if I could just.
Can you visit more than once?
Listen, like that's my thing. If I could visit more than once, it's 2 specific times that I would go. I would definitely go when I turned 10.
Yep.
When I turned 10, it was very traumatic because we had left the Bay Area and I didn't know why. And I just felt really alone and very like, I started going through puberty a little bit earlier and felt very awkward about my body. People would tell me about my body before I could even learn about my body. And I think I would go back to that age. But I wish that I could just tell her like, it's gonna be okay. Like, you're beautiful, you're fine, you're not weird. I would also go back to when I was 26, and that was not that long ago. I would tell her, you're a good person, you are affirmed, you're enough, and you don't need no nigga that makes you feel any less than who you are. Cause you're her, and he knows you're her. And that's why he's treating you like you're not her, cause he don't feel like he him. Woo. And it's not on you, it's a him problem, it's not a you problem. Yes, you didn't grow up with your father, but them ain't your daddy issues that you're feeling right now. Those are his. Wow. That's what I would tell her. I would tell her that projection is real. Wow. Projection is real, and what you're feeling right now does not belong to you. Wow. That's what I would say.
I think you just spoke for all of us. Yeah. I don't know everybody's story, but look.
I think that's what I would feel. I think that's what I would say. Because that wasn't that long ago. But shit is younger, and honestly, who I am today is not at all who I was at 26.
Straight up. Yeah. Is your tissue?
You got it out?
Yes. Amber took my pride.
Girl.
Amber took my pride.
Get some tissue.
I transferred my pride to her. I had to breathe through it.
I'm so annoyed.
It's okay, child, because this is real.
Yeah.